Scarlet Witch, issue number 1. That's right, folks. Steve Orlando is still on this book in its third iteration. Last year, we saw the release of Scarlet Witch, the first book. It ran for 10 issues, my favorite comic book of 2023. Earlier this year, we saw the limited series that was 4 issues called Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, which was like an anniversary for the 60th anniversary of those characters. Well, weeks after the end of that book, Scarlet Witch is relaunched. I don't understand it. Is it hard just to call this Scarlet Witch number 15? It must be, right? I don't know. Or do we only have like specific ideas because the time jump between the end of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver sets up new things in this book? I don't understand it. I think it's so interesting that in like a year and a half, this book has gone through 3 different iterations. Is that just the state of comic books right now? I know there was maybe it was like a Bleeding Cool article or something talking to one of like the editors at Marvel, saying that they want to try to like drop the miniseries for the most part and try to at least get a book to like 10 issues to like have an initial pitch pick up, and then we could have like actual creators join up and like have an audience build. Is that like what happened with Scarlet Witch, where they maybe should have just done that? I don't know. But anyways, here's a new number 1, fresh off the presses, a new logo, a little bit more crazy and more curly going on, a little more like Scython stuff. So I have reviewed every other book if you want to kind of catch up, because this one kind of jumps you right into the fray, because when we open up this issue, we are watching Wanda have tea with Scython. And if you know what happened, Chthon is trapped inside of her like heart or something, buried deep within her. And he's like, you can't hold on to this forever. Eventually, you're going to explode and I'm going to escape. And she's like, well, that's the thing about chaos. It's crazy. See you later. Good time. Good time. Okay, bye. Fun way to open the book. We then cut to just, the casual life of Wanda Maximoff, now living in Lottkill, New Jersey. We see that her and Darcy went to try out for jury duty. They didn't get picked, probably because of all the demonic possession that Wanda has went through in her life. Well, that's probably why she didn't get selected. So they just leave the courthouse. They're like, all right, let's just get on with our days. We then cut to the Emporium, where we see an old woman whose son was a mutant, and because of the stuff that happened with Orchis, he was killed. And she's like, I don't know how to find like a mortuary that's gonna like take him or like have anything for the burial. Like, I don't have any money for it, but I do have like this old like amulet or something, so maybe it'd be worth something. I figured this place might be able to know what to do with it. And this is where we meet our new member of the Emporium, Mr. Mantor. And he is just like dressed sillily. He's got one of those big fez hats on. He's like, well, I'll take a look at it. I'm the occult appraiser here. So I'll look at this amulet. He looks at it, like changes it from like it's just like fake gold or whatever to like real silver so she can sell it and do something interesting with it. Get some money from it. Very cool. This seems like a nice guy. That's when Wanda and Darcy show back up to the shop, and this old lady who is Eliana, I believe is her name, or Alana, something like that. She's like, oh, Wanda, your new guy, he's so cool. He's such a good guy. And Mantor's like, I just changed it so it's worth something. I hope that's okay. And Wanda's like, yeah, of course. That's what we do here. We help people out. That's what we're all about. And then we get some narration of Wanda just explaining to us what she's doing. Like, Lottkill has become her home. More and more, she has started to take on the identity of Wanda as opposed to the Scarlet Witch. Like, people are comfortable having her in the town. Like, the weird Iosium or whatever, like the weird pillars that came out in, like, the other book. They're, like, stuck in the town's park. People are starting to, like, take pictures of them and enjoy it. Just like, we're used to Wanda and the Scarlet Witch stuff happening around here. So we're okay with it. So everything's just kind of going hunky-dory for Our Lady here. She's having a good time. That is when, like, a big, like, rip in the fabric of space happens over top of Lottkill, and she has to Scarlet Witch out. Everyone get inside the Emporium. Looks like a dimensional tear. It looks dead. I don't know. It's hard to say what's going on at the situation. That is when a bunch of weird creatures burst through it with like big Demogorgon-looking faces and wings. And she's like, all right, everyone inside the shop. Let's handle this properly. Mantor and Darcy, like immediately, they just go right into, all right, let's get to protective mode. Darcy, go get some books and try to like put some enchantments on. You seem to know what you're doing. I'm also an old magician, so I'll figure out how to protect us from inside here. Just setting up Mantor to be like, you know, the third rotation here. He's a cool guy. He's going to help out. It's awesome. We also have like one panel, like after like Wanda sends everybody into the Emporium where she's fighting some of like the creatures, and there's a guy behind her who's holding a gun and shooting at them. I just think that's really fun. He's like, hey, only in lot kill, you know? So she's just fighting these creatures, cutting off their heads. It ain't looking good. She's going to have to get more and more dangerous. You know, because the more she's agitated, the more likely like Chthon is to come out, and the more she'll descend into the chaos. You get the metaphor. But she's severing their limbs. She's doing an okay fight against these things. Mantor's trying to get more people into the Emporium, and he's using his magical spells and turns a bunch of them into salt. This is just like a really cool guy, and the old lady that he helped earlier, she's like, oh, you're so good, you're so helpful, we love having you here. And then Mantor goes to talk to Wanda, like, I can't really tell what these are, but they could be endlings, like, you know, they're pretty scary. Like, these creatures are old and ancient, but we could be able to defeat them a specific way. And it's just working good. Darcy's taking care of everything inside, so it's going to be a classic Wanda and Mantor team up. And he's like, between the two of us, these rabid dogs don't stand a chance. And then he's hit with a giant pillar. And we just killed Mantor. Oh no, Mantor is dead. Oh shit, Mantor, no. Big torpedoes are falling from the sky. How do we stop them? Who knows? Wanda's going to have to go deeper into her madness to fight them. But then a bigger creature emerges from the dimensional tear, and it eats her. And everyone inside the Emporium is like, okay, I don't know what just happened. Darcy initially just like, okay, Jonesy, take this book of ancient spells, see if you could do something with it. She's like, what? I don't know anything about this. No, but you'd like do astrology and stuff, so figure something out that way. I'm going to try to get us some help. So Darcy does the unthinkable. She goes through the last door, but from the other side. So she walks into like some Ditko art and just like falls through a hole. Where's she going to end up? We'll see in a minute here, because we have to go back to Wanda in the belly of the beast. And she bursts out of it and breaks it. And she's like, okay, that wasn't really good, but we're out of it. Things are looking a little bit better now. I guess I can stop these smaller beasts. Pretty cool. No time to mourn Mantor. I gotta save these people. It's fun. It's classic comic book stuff with Wanda just using her magic to fight some beasts. But then she unleashes the dark hole inside of her and goes a little crazy. We then cut to somewhere in the nicest apartment in a building where Darcy falls through a portal and she winds up in the bed of Pietro and Manon St. Croix. And she's like, hey, your sister's in trouble. I fell through this door to get here. I guess it said I should get you to help. Can you help me? And he's like, I mean, okay. Oh, thank goodness that Pietro's back. Let's get him in the book some more. So then we cut back to Lotkil, and our main villain reveals themselves. We'll get to who it is in a minute here, but we see like some blue speech bubbles showing up like, it's Earth. The soul reeks of chaos, of freedom. The witch has opened her little soul book, and I'm not a moment too soon. And she's like, wait, you're that thing from that other thing. You're that thing from the miniseries we just had. The police show up. They try to shoot bullets. It ain't gonna do anything. But Wanda is strong enough to attack this creature, this person. We know who it is. We know who it is to be. It is Eminence. If you remember from the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver book, this is the person or the being or the creature, whatever, that the wizard was working for, that he was trying to get to Earth, because there are two beings in the Marvel Universe that have unlimited potential. It is Wanda and it is Pietro, because her magic can grow unlimited, and Pietro's like stance on like physics can grow unlimited, so he could literally like break speed and time and every force of nature because of who he is. So him and Darcy show up to watch Wanda have to fight this creature, right? And Pietro's like, oh, my sister will be fine. She's fought worse things than like God itself. It's okay. Wanda's like, you picked the wrong fight with the Scarlet Witch. I'm going to destroy you. And it's like, is that so? A huge beam comes out of like the Eminence's head and just blows her up. So Wanda's dead. And there's literally like foot marks where she is in like the crater and smoke dusting off of it. Oh shit, we killed Mantor and we killed Wanda? Man, this person's intense. No, that's great. Like, come on. Like, we've had so many cool introductions to new villains and characters throughout the 15 issues you've seen of the Scarlet Witch iteration. And now, like, this latest one is God herself stepping amongst mortals and has, like, a really silly, weird costume. And just like, okay, I'm done with you. I just destroyed magic. Now I gotta go kill Quicksilver, probably. Hey, that's pretty fun. Yeah, it's good. Right back into it, which again makes me go like, why can't this just be issue 15? But whatever, I'm fine with like the renumbering. I understand why it has to happen. I know these things sell better when we renumber them. And eventually when we get the omnibus of this Scarlet Witch run, if we can get to like 30 to 40 issues of this iteration, then it'll be fine. I'll be fine if whatever. But I'm having a good time. I love this book. I love the energy of this book. It was just cool to like reintroduce Wanda to this world and have her finally be connected to Lotkill, like she feels like one of the family, and then immediately things fall apart because God wants to kill her. That's pretty sick and pretty fun. A really cool idea. So, Scarlet Witch issue number 1, I am going to give a 9 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, good luck.